Hey guys, welcome back to another live stream. I am back with obviously a new snapshot. 22W18A is here. There is nothing actually new within this snapshot. It's obviously mainly bug fixes and changes to Warden, and there's also some changes to obviously skulk, sensors, shriekers and stuff like that. So let me quickly change it over to the actual patch note screen, which we've done right there. Let me know in chat if everything is going okay, if everything's working fine, and we'll cover the patch notes. So this snapshot changes in 22W18. Allays now follow their liked player even if they can't see them. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that refers to. Allays will now only lose... Allays will only lose track of a player if they are more than 64 blocks away. That's okay. The texture of the sonic boom particle has been updated. Vibration listeners such as skulk sensors, skulk shriekers, and wardens now listen to the closest vibration instead of the first vibration in the tick. That's once again a good change. So it's now go off of basically the closest vibration, not the first vibration, because there was a lot of problems where the Warden and Skulk would prioritize things that they didn't have to, mainly the Warden. It would prioritize obviously things that were further away when there was something closer, which is good. And then there's a lot of technical changes. Banner patterns available in the loom can now be controlled with tags. Servers can now define different chat style formats by the client. Remove the place feature command, added the place command. The bundled Java has been upgrading, removed loot table functions, added loot table functions, and then chat from say message and me are now also assigned. Chat types, you can see right there, the place command, they've just changed it, so the place feature command is now called place. They've just removed the feature part, but you can now choose to place a feature, a jigsaw, or a structure. Okay, that's actually quite good. By structure, I'm guessing it means woodland mansions and stuff like that. I don't know how that would exactly work. We'll test that out in a second. Loot tables, you can now set the instrument of the loot table, which is obviously goat horn sounds. And then there are some actual bug fixes. I'll read chat in just a second. We're just going to obviously quickly read a few of these. While Minecraft is actually loading up, or it's loaded. I just need to load into a world. Right, there we go. We're loading into a world. So Minecraft don't thingy. Let's see if there's any the walking animation of frogs don't change in their relation to their movement speed. Only one skulk vein drops when using Silk Touch Hoe on multiple in a single block. Skulk Catalyst will spread skulk if a baby mob that does not drop XP dies. Allays lose picked up items on world restart. Allays leashed to a fence do not move and refuse to pick up items. Ancient cities can be submerged in aquifers. Parry issue, Allays don't follow the player / note blocks as closely on Java. Okay, so they will now follow the player and note blocks more closely. Snow layers cannot be placed on top of mud. Sneak advancement includes Skulk Shrieker as the block that can hear the player. Warden / frogs continue animations when the game is paused. Once again, there is a lot of Warden bug fixes. Warden can still detect things after it dies. The Warden continues to roar when angered by an ignited creeper. Warden continues to roar when a target is... so yeah, it's just basically a load of it continues to roar at disconnected things and things that are no longer actually a part of the world. It also, they've fixed the Warden roaring when target enters nether portals or end gateways, end portals. Warden sonic boom attacks can hit player even if the player has entered another dimension. Wow, that would have been OP. Mangrove leaves can appear at a higher altitude when grown below 0. Allay permanently stuck trying to pick up item stack if the slot contains stack of the same type with different NBD. And that's really it. There is a goat horn in the creative destroy item slot that's now been removed. User skins don't load in single player world, that's been fixed. And yeah, so that is everything within this snapshot. let's now jump into game. And let's not do that. Let's actually make that bigger. Hey, we are no longer a Alex, which is pretty good, as we was an Alex for quite a while. Welcome to the stream, T-Times. Welcome to the stream, Adam. Welcome to the stream, Runout. Welcome to the stream, Mathsus. And Jemiah. Welcome to the stream. Well, looks like the wild update is going to be going to add 2 biomes, and that's it. If you want to look at it that way, you can. But if you actually think about it, I've actually got a world where I've got every single new thing added in 1.19, and there's almost a double chest. There's almost a double chest full of new items and blocks and mobs. So you could look at it just adding 2 biomes, but you could also look at it, it's added, what, 3 mobs? Tadpoles, goats, Allays, and wardens. So yeah, 3, technically 4 if you want to count the frog and tadpoles as 2 different mobs. So you could look at it that way, but then you could also look at it the fact that it's added a lot of actual blocks and items. So let's quickly cover the Warden. I honestly thought they would update at least. I know the Birch Forest. I don't know what they're doing with that. They teased it in Minecraft Live and they haven't mentioned it since. It's the same with Fireflies. They obviously changed frogs to eat slime due to in real life some fireflies are poisonous to frogs. So goats came out in 1.17. Did I say goats? Warden, frog, tadpole, and Allay. That's what I meant. I didn't mean goats if I said goats. But yeah, they haven't actually mentioned anything about fireflies. I'm guessing we're not getting fireflies now, but we could still get them. I'm guessing we're not getting a swamp overhaul, as they said they wanted to add more ambient to the normal swamp. I don't know if we're getting that. And I don't know if we're getting the Birch Forest. That might be maybe 1.20 that they teased by mistake or something, and that's why they haven't mentioned it. We'll have to just wait and see, I guess. So let's try and see this Warden's new textured attack. Because the actual, what's it called? Oops, that one is dead. The actual Shriek attack, Sonic Shriek, has got a new texture. Why am I not? There we go, we're now setting off vibrations. There's no point even having a shield, is there? Because it goes straight through the shield. So let's see what the new texture is like of this. Come on, Warden. Do your ranged attack on me. Is it, I want to know, is it much different or is it... Okay, it's a lot darker. That's one thing I actually noticed. We've got darkness, which is kind of annoying. But we can actually do it through commands. Let's just give ourselves a command block. Give a command block. It seems like we're coming to the end of 1.19 snapshot cycles now. But once again, they could surprise us because we thought that with 1.16 and then they threw in the Basalt Delta. Yeah, added a bunch of stuff, but the update called Wild. Yeah, I think the whole wild aspect, it isn't wild. I think that it being called the Wild update, it's not wild compared to what they could have done. I just think they overdone it again and didn't realize what they were. Because the Warden obviously has been delayed since 1.17. I think the Warden was meant to release it, and then it was delayed to 1.18. Then it was moved to 1.19. So, yeah, I think it's just the fact of maybe they didn't mean to tease that Birch Forest, because we did see the Birch Forest image in Minecraft Live 2021, I think, of Birch Forest with more detail, more flowers and stuff like that. Maybe they weren't meant to tease that. Maybe that's for 1.20, 1.21, and they were just obviously planning it. Or maybe they did plan to do it and they had to scrap it because of lack of time, or they wanted to work on it a bit more before releasing it. We don't know. They haven't actually said anything, so I guess it's just a fact of we have to wait until they say something about it, or we will never know. Welcome 500 subs before the end of the year, and also welcome Bram to the stream. So we're looking at the Sonic, new Sonic, there we go. Sonic Boom. If we grab a button, we should be able to summon it. So it's just a bit darker, I believe. Let's summon it like 2 blocks up, just so we can see it. Okay. Oh, okay, that's actually a lot better. It like, I don't know if you guys can see that. Is there any way I can actually make it so it goes slower? Is there like a speed you can add to it? I don't think there is. But you can actually see that it like spins around and then pulses outwards, which is actually quite cool. It looks a lot better than what it used to be, because it was just like loads of circles going outwards. It now actually has like a cool texture. Is there... yeah, okay, there we go. The Warden's actually now looking at the vibration. Is there a way we can actually make a mob cause a vibration and have the Warden like hit the mob, so we can see it coming from the actual like Warden? Because I guess it would be different coming from the Warden than it coming from a command block. What is this stupid live? It's a live stream showing off the most recent snapshot. And yeah, that is all it is. So does anyone know a good way that I can make this Warden cause a mob cause a vibration and it ranged attack it? I guess maybe like a phantom might work, but that's gonna burn, isn't it? Let's set it to nighttime real quick. Is that... I thought it was doing a vibration. It's not. It's actually no, we can just put the phantom like in a block. Let's get glass, because the phantom's wings flapping does actually cause a vibration. I don't know, is he digging down? He is. Let's quickly just do that. There we go. And then I can put blocks there. And then I can also put blocks there. Now let's quickly do that. Do that. There we go. He shouldn't burn. And I'm pretty sure his flapping of the wings causes vibrations. Okay, the Warden has sensed him. Yeah, it's not stupid. It's good live. People are like that. Just ignore them comments. When will they add Knuckles and Tails to Minecraft? He's a spoiled kid, I guess. Yeah, just ignore people like that. They either have nothing better to do with their life than to go on random YouTube streams and hate, or they're just looking for the attention. Right, let's quickly actually move these blocks so we can see the attack go through. So you're angering against it. Are you going to do the attack? I want to, like, get it from the front. Can you stop walking around so much? Come on, Warden, what are you doing? There we go. And you turned away from me as soon as... Okay, let's actually get a barrier block. You can see it's like kind of... It's a lot darker. It seems more skulk colored now. Before it was more of a like light blue. So if we do it again... It's more skulk colored now, which is good. So while that's obviously doing that, let's also talk about the changes to the Allay. The Allays will now follow the player more consistently. No, Warden, please don't kill this Allay. You are going to, ain't you? Yeah, you worry about that phantom up there. So Allays will now follow the player more consistently. And if you actually go more than 64 blocks away from Allays, they lose interest on the player. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means they'll drop the item. I don't know if they will drop the item they're holding if a player goes at like 64 plus blocks away. I guess let's try it. We have to name it first, because obviously I spawned it with a spawn egg, so it will despawn. Name tag. I will look at the play structure command in a second, because it does actually look quite cool. That Warden's killing things. Let's name it Red. No clue why. Just the first thing that came to my head. So there we go. Now if we try and get like 64 plus blocks away, I guess, just fly away and it shouldn't be able to catch up to me. What the patch notes basically say is if you fly 64 blocks away from, or if you are 64 blocks away from the Allay, it will no longer try to follow the player, which I don't know exactly what that means. I don't know if it will just like freeze in the spot as if it's like an unloaded entity. Yeah, okay, it seemed like it's still got the item and it's still named. It just don't try to pathfind to the player. And the Allay will now pathfind to the player even if it can't see the player. So it just obviously looks for the block position the player was on. So if we built like blocks or went into a cave and it was on the surface, it should still be able to see us, which is pretty cool. So let's now mess with the place command, which is now called place. This was the place feature. In 1.18.2 it was called place feature. They changed it to place, and then you can choose feature, jigsaw, or structure. And then obviously you can choose between all the structures. Now, one thing I want to know, if I do like ancient city, that's generating structure at 32:129. So it's generated the structure here. I'm guessing it probably takes time to load due to it obviously loading the structure, but I want to know what of the structure does it load. Has it loaded it? Or it don't seem to have loaded it. Does it take time? Or does it just... Because it's saying generated structure, ancient city at 32:129,146, which is 129. Yeah, it's these coordinates, so it should be here. Is it gone like into the ground maybe, due to it being a underground structure? Don't look like it. Although there is a flooded cave underneath. It's underground. It don't look like it is. Does it like go down to like deep slate layer possibly? That could be. Let's give ourselves night vision effect. Give as I do apologize if you hear my dog's barking. It's underground. Okay, we'll go down and see. Ah, okay, yeah, it's underground. So it spawns it. Okay, that's kind of weird. I hope they changed that so it puts the actual right coordinate for the actual ancient city, rather than the coordinate the player is standing at. So yeah, here it is, but it seems like it's either bugged or there was already an ancient city here, because as you can see, it's like generated two structures in together. I don't know if that's... Yeah, I think there's two ancient cities here, and I generated one with basically one already being here, it seems. Unless... Okay. Wow. Yeah, you can hear my dog's barking, I believe. But yeah, I don't know what's happened there. Let's try another one. Let's fly back up. What structure? Woodland Mansion, maybe. Let's try... I'm actually surprised. It does it quite well. The game don't like stutter or anything. Let's try a mansion. I'm guessing that one, yeah. Okay, the game does stutter for the mansion. But as you can see, the mansion has just popped up right there. This is so good. You can literally just like have a structure spawned. You can have a woodland mansion in the middle of a desert. Is that possible? I want to try that because I know for the place feature command, the requirements for the like features still had to be the case. So for a desert world, it had to be in sand still for it to spawn, and it wouldn't spawn outside of sand. What changed? There are some tweaks to the Warden Shriek attack. And there is some Allay changes. The new Shriek attack has a new animation or new texture, which is this right here. It just like looks a lot cleaner and it's a lot darker. And then the Allay has just had basically some pathfinding to the player bug fixes where it wouldn't pathfind to the player as often as it should, and it also wouldn't pathfind to the player if there was blocks in the way or blocks in between the player and the Allay. And then they also added the place command, which I really like. I think this is going to be obviously really good. Can we put an end city here? Or, okay, the game's stuttered quite a lot there. Okay, that's really cool. We now have a naturally, and the shulkers are here. I like that. It's actually like spawned our chests and everything like in it where they should be. Has that chest actually got loot in it? Okay, it does. So entities are spawned with the structure as well. And so is loot. So like all chests will have their end city loot, although that is a very rubbish chest. Let's quickly see, did this have a boat? It did. Okay, it did. Let's quickly go and see if item frames and stuff like that have what they should in them. So, in theory, the dragon head's there. In theory, this should have the elytra in, which it does. Okay, that is actually, like, really cool. And as you can see, the loot is in there as well. So, it actually, like, transfers basically the whole structure with its loot, entities, and everything. Just over to, obviously, where you place it. One thing that obviously I think they do need to change is let you know the actual coordinate, the Y value it spawns it at. Because for the ancient city, it said it spawned it where I was standing, although it spawned it obviously in deep state layers. So I think that obviously needs to change. Maybe that's a bit harder to do due to obviously it depends on the structure. But as you can see, there are actual vindicators in here. Now, this is actually an easy way to, like, find allays now, I guess. Obviously, within creative mode. Because you can't, obviously, do this in survival. Yeah, obviously, you can't do this in survival. But you can now just place a, like, what is it called? A mansion. And then, obviously, have the allays here. Which I don't actually think we found an allay. Yeah, there's no allays within this one. Is there a secret room within this one? Where is the secret room? Normally, it's behind the staircase. Which the staircase is... Where's the staircase? Staircase is... Wow. Staircase is right here. So there... Okay, there's no secret room. I've never seen the face behind glass like that. Minecraft is just becoming cleaner and cleaner. Yeah, they're making Minecraft more playable in the aspect of creating your own things, which I really like. They're making it more friendly to modders, data pack makers, texture pack makers. Before, they like didn't really bother about it, but they're now making it actually customizable in loads of different ways. So let's quickly test one more. Nether Fortress. That's one thing I want to try. Monument. Okay, one thing I want to try here with the villages. If I do village plains. Okay, it does spawn like a whole random village. I thought, and it spawns the grass path, which is good. Okay, this is getting better and better. Let's quickly see. Sorry, shulker. Why did I say sorry to a shulker? Yep, loot chest is there again. I like that it spawns the grass path, although obviously it acts as if it just drops it from the sky. Because as you can see, the grass path has just gone over this tree. So there are obviously some quirks to it, but they're obviously they probably can't be helped. So one thing I am actually going to try, I want to summon a Nether Fortress in the overworld. Just because I think that would be cool. Wow, nice sonic boom texture. Yeah, I think this, the sonic boom texture we have now is a lot better. Let's quickly, we'll try the Nether Fortress and then we'll move on to something else. Once again, the fortress didn't spawn. Is that spawned underground? Would it help if I was in spectator mode? Okay, the fortress has. The fortress is just like an underground fortress now. Yeah, so the fortress has spawned underground again, which it said that it spawned at my feet. So I think this command is really good. I just think obviously one change they do need to make is to actually tell you the Y value the structure is spawned at. Just to obviously because it don't seem, when you're summoning like underground structures, it don't seem that they've summoned if you're on the surface. But you can see like a whole actual fortress is now in the overworld. Same, it's a lot better than the previous. Yeah, it's more detailed, I think, and the actual way it like spirals into the pulse is a lot better. It don't just go straight into the circle like it did, which is good. So this is basically, this place command is really all we got within this snapshot, apart from changes and bug fixes. So we've covered obviously structures. Now let's look at obviously features. We knew about this, but yeah, as you can see, the actual features have requirements for them to be summoned. So for obviously an Amethyst Geode, you have to be within stone or stone-based blocks. For, I think, like a tree or let's say flowers, you have to be near blocks flowers can be placed on. So there are obviously limitations to the place feature, but the place structure seems to work pretty much anywhere. Same, it's a lot better than previous. Sonic Boom, I've read them. The structure generated is always the same, or is it randomly generated? That is something we can test. Let's also see what is Jigsaw. Ah, that's awesome. You can now like just summon a random piece of a... I like that. You can literally just like summon a actual piece of the structure. So what this means is, let's quickly find I don't know, let's find villager, comet, desert, sheep. This will just summon. What do I have? Do I have to have more requirements for that? Max depth. Does anyone know how? Can I? If you keep spamming, you're going to be timed out. But yes, I can. I'll check. What sort of Allay farm do you want me to test if it works? But yeah, does anyone know how to get this command to work? It seems like it needs the pool, which is that, I think. Then the target. So it needs max depth. Let's just do 1. No, it's still saying random. And then maybe coordinates. I don't know how to get this one. I'm guessing this is probably more in depth just because it's spawning like one piece of the structure. Right, so someone asked, Runout asked, is it randomly generated every time or is it the same? So let's quickly just test that. Let's spawn... what is like random? Outpost, because the rooms obviously are random. So this is an outpost. As you can see, we have 2 tents and 2 chambers, and also a log and pumpkins over there. So if I now go over, let's say here, just far enough away from that one so we don't get confused between the two, and spawn it again. Is it the same or is it random? This one don't seem to have any, but they could be glitched underground. So I'm guessing it's random. It probably just gets the structures file, and just like the world generation does it, it just spawns a random type of that structure. So yeah, it's random every time, I think. If you want to have like a set part of the structure, you can obviously use the Jigsaw. I don't exactly know how to work this. But yeah, if you want like, say, the ancient city, I don't know, the ancient city center, then you can just summon the center. Sonic Boom, soul texture, will soul. I don't know what you mean by that. Let's see if we can actually target 1, max depth 1, position. Okay, it's now letting me actually do the position. So if I do that, fail to generate Jigsaw. Is it because this has to maybe be more? Max depth 0? Nope. 9? Nope. It's saying only 1 is possible, apparently. target, maybe change that to... I don't know what target even means. Okay, we won't mess around with that anymore. If anyone knows how to work that command, do let me know in chat. And I will try and get that to work. But yeah, it seems like the structure is random every time. One thing to note about the actual spawning of structures, they will never float. If I'm high up in the air right here, and I spawn, let's say, an outpost, it will always go... Okay, that one went a bit too far away. I don't know why that was. It will always go to the closest, like, blocks it possibly can. So you cannot actually summon a floating outpost. I don't know if you can manipulate it. So, like, set a flat bed of grass or something and do it that way. Let's actually try that. So let's fill let's do 20 by 20 area. I guess that should be enough of grass blocks. So if I do that, which, there we go, and then try and place the structure on this, is that going to then do it? Or is it once again going to go to the closest? Yeah, as you can see, it once again goes to the closest, like, land structure. So at the moment, there's no way to actually make a floating structure. It always goes to the closest, like, surface, which, I don't know, you might be able to manipulate it to land on certain blocks. Maybe it has to be a certain thickness or something, but obviously, I'm not sure. And this one has actually had allays. So to answer the question earlier, it is randomly generated every time, because the other outpost over there didn't actually have an allay cage. It had two empty cages, and you can tell these are not allay cages because allay cages have blocks there. So it's two empty cages, and there might have actually been iron golems in there, and the iron golems might have actually sank into... Yeah, there's an iron golem here. So there was iron golems in them, and they've sunk into the powdered snow. So the actual structure is randomly generated every time, which is pretty cool. One thing I do want to test, does it work in different dimensions? So let's quickly... also welcome, I will test if Allay farms work. What sort of Allay farm do you want me to test? And also, hello to everyone saying hi in chat. So let's quickly, let's go to the end. Let's try and summon a ancient city in the end. No clue if this is going to work. It would be pretty cool if it did work. But... yeah, that was a bug. They actually do now pause. Oh, okay, so you can actually, like, see the ranged attack by pausing the game. That's actually pretty good, then. Okay, so we're now in the end. If I try to... Let's do a structure of a ancient city. Why not? Okay, it said it summoned one. Is it underground? No. And there is an ad. It don't seem to have... let me quickly just skip the ad. So, yeah. It don't seem to have spawned one in the end. But I could be wrong. Maybe it's like spawned it way down here. No, yeah, there we go. We're in the void right there. And it hasn't spawned it up in the air anywhere, has it? No. So it don't seem like it actually summons a ancient city in the end. Does it summon, I don't know, a smaller structure? Let's try a Pillager Outpost. Okay, you can get a Pillager Outpost in the end. Which, as you can see right there, there's an Allay cage again. And there is a empty cage and also an iron golem cage. So, you can get some structures within the end, but some of them don't work. Unless maybe I was too low down, and it didn't work because of that, maybe. Let's try doing, I don't know, like a... what can we do? Let's have a... there's a plains village in the end. There we go. There is now a village within the end. And the iron golem is going mad at the actual enderman. That's actually really cool. I like that it works in the end. Obviously, it just generates... It's replaced the obsidian, which is cool, I guess. But also, maybe that's not meant to be. Welcome to the stream, John. Does it replace Bedrock? It does. Okay. It actually replaces Bedrock as well. As you can see, the Bedrock from this portal is gone. Because the Bedrock should be like that. Yeah, it should be like that. And these blocks were broken. Oh, okay. The ancient cities don't work because, yeah, the game generates them at minus coordinates. So that's why. But yeah, okay. The actual structure command does overwrite Bedrock. It seems like it overwrites most blocks, but not all. Because as you can see, it's overwrited iron bars right there. It's overwrited the obsidian, the Bedrock, obviously endstone. Hi, dragon. Can you say happy birthday? Happy birthday, Allay. And there's also cat spawning, which is pretty cool. Let's now... that ender dragon is really loud. Let's just die. Actually, yeah, let's die. And I want to see the actual animations paused. Because I think that could be quite cool. Hi, goat. Okay, so let's get the warden. Let's get... Actually, no, let's summon a warden ourselves. Let's do /set block. And then we'll do it to a Skulk Shrieker. And then we'll set the can summon to true. There we go. So this Shrieker should actually summon the warden. I can't do anything in that Snapshot 1.19 because I'm on an Xbox One. Can Xbox Ones get betas? I don't actually know if they can. Because obviously Bedrock beta, there was a Bedrock beta that released today. I think you can get Bedrock betas on Xbox, but I could be wrong. Why is this not summoning the warden? Why is it not? Is it because it's snow? Because the can summon is true. Come on. I have no clue why the warden is not summoning from this. Just let you know, don't quit. Always have confidence. One day you will get to 1 million subs. I don't plan to quit anytime soon. I enjoy it. I enjoy recording the videos. I enjoy editing them, uploading them. Yeah, I enjoy doing YouTube. I've done it for, I think, 2-3 years. No, I don't think you can get betas on Xbox, sadly. I didn't know that. I thought you could. Yeah, at the moment I'm uploading videos pretty much every day. And then obviously streaming with snapshots on Wednesday. But I do have quite a good few series coming when 1.19 is released. So videos won't slow down anytime soon. And I appreciate you believing in me. That means a lot. Set night and wardens spawn. It shouldn't be the case. I'll try it. But it is actually nighttime now. It shouldn't be the case of the warden only spawns in night. If I do that, is that now... No, that is not can summon true. Let's maybe go underground. It might be because it's snow... what is it? Why am I in survival mode? It might be because it's... Yeah, you tried to ram me. It might be because it's snow layers. And that might be why. The snow layers might be preventing the warden from spawning. So let's go down... I don't know. Is there snow layers? There's snow layers. Let's go into this dripstone cave. Semex, I think. Semex TV, welcome to the stream. I think if I said your name wrong, do let me know. So, let's see. Can I now summon a Shrieker to then summon the Warden? Is it going to summon now? Yay! And as you can see, you can now, if you pause the game, which I think you can actually pause the game with F3 and escape. Yeah, and you don't get, obviously, the menu. And as you can see, the Warden's animation pauses within the frame it's on. That's cool. So if you like pause the game for, I don't know, like to quit as the Warden spawning or something, it won't carry on spawning while you're trying to leave. Which is really cool. Thank you for subscribing to the channel, John. So that's cool, and I'm guessing it's probably the same with the shrieking attack when it actually does the shrieking, or even the roaring. Yeah, as you can see, that's actually quite a weird way to pause it, because the head is on sideways. So yeah, you can now basically just like, this would also be good to maybe get like screenshots. If you've summoned the warden, you want it to pause in a certain animation, then you can now do that a lot easier. That skeleton did just get wrecked. And it's also the same with the actual frog, I believe. Although the frog's animations are obviously not as like noticeable, because obviously the frog, the only animation is it's walking. I don't know, does it pause the ribbiting? Yeah, it does actually pause the ribbiting. As you can see, that frog has a big throat. So you can pretty much just pause like anything. The actual animation on the skulk don't pause. Which is, I don't know, that's an animated texture. I don't know, do they pause when you pause the game? What else has an animated texture? What else? I don't know. Skulk does. Let's also try something that is old. Sea lanterns, they actually pulse. So if I pause the game, yeah, okay, they're both actually doing the texture. So it don't actually seem like texture animations pause when you pause the game. I didn't actually know that. I'm not going to say that just because I don't know what it means, and I don't want to say it if it's anything inappropriate. So I'm not going to say it. So yeah, there we go. So that is everything basically within this snapshot. Is there anything you guys want me to test before, obviously, we jump on to doing something else? Welcome to the stream. Is that Stray or Stay? Let me quickly just check. Welcome to the stream, Stray. So yeah, is there anything you guys want me to test within this snapshot? We didn't get any new features, items, or anything, sadly, so there's nothing like to test that sense. But there's obviously the Warden changes, there is the Allay changes, and there is also the place feature, which is, I think, one of the best things that is obviously coming in 1.19, apart from obviously the Warden and stuff like that. So what else was actually done within this snapshot? Let me quickly just check the patch notes again. The place command, there was also some vibrations. Obviously the warden now prioritizes. Call the warden can the warden, I don't know what you mean by that. Call the warden from max height. What do you mean by that? So yeah, it was basically just the Allay changes for like following the player is now a bit more reliable. The texture for the thing's been updated, and then also vibrations. Wardens will now prioritize the closest vibration rather than the first vibration. They also changed banner patterns available in the loom can now be controlled with tags. So there's a new tag, banner pattern, no item required, or banner pattern, pattern item, and then obviously the pattern item goes. And they also they updated the set goat horn sound. Are you experiencing like a delay in movement on flying in creative? I don't think so. Like, moving around seems to be as I'm clicking the buttons. No, it don't seem to be. Maybe if you are, maybe like, I don't know, restart Minecraft or something. It might be just the game, it hasn't registered, or there's like an input delay or something. Warden can survive 9 end crystals. Can it? I don't know. I haven't actually like messed around with ways to kill the warden. Obsidian. Let's sell it to daytime, just because obviously it's easier to see at day. Time, set, day. There we go. And let's now just put the warden in this box, just so it can't get out. There we go. And let's see. That's 1. You almost got out of that. How much does 1 end crystal actually do to the Warden? We can test that by doing the data command. Data, get entity, and then the entity we are looking at. So that 1 end crystal done 70 hearts of damage. So 1 end crystal does 70 hearts, which is 35 hearts. It done 70 half hearts. So it done like 35 hearts of damage, 1 end crystal. And so that's 2. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. The obsidian broke. That might have been me. That's 6. That's 7. That's 8. The 8 kills the Warden. It takes 8 end crystals to actually kill the Warden. So let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, that one took a lot more. I don't know, maybe it's because I was taking breaks in between them and before I weren't. I don't know if damage is multiplied or added like that. Let's try it one more. So that's 1, 2. I don't know why the obsidian keeps breaking. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. That's 6. That's 7. And that's 8. Okay, it died on 8 again. That's weird. So maybe it is around 8. Maybe, I don't know, sometimes it didn't do as much damage as it should have or something. But it seems like the Warden dies to around 8 end crystals. Which is a lot of end crystals to actually just kill one Warden. So, I want to know. Let's quickly leave this world. I could have really just set it up in that world. It ain't actually that hard to set up. I want to load into this world, I believe. I want to know if my Warden Farm still works within this snapshot. I believe it does, but I just want to test it. Oh wow, that was quick to load. Right, where are we? Okay, here is the Warden Farm. I've been doing a lot of tests. Let's go over to this one over here. So this is the Warden Farm. I uploaded a video. If you do want to build this, it basically just farms sculk catalysts. So let's quickly just, no, actually, we want to go down here to make sure them blocks are in place. They indeed are. And let's now set that off. Does it still work? It does. That's awesome. And obviously, as you can see, as soon as the Warden spawns, it starts taking damage to the entity cram. So this still works. I thought maybe they might have patched it so that it can't spawn on powdered snow. Because this is obviously just powdered snow. Wardens can spawn on this, and then they obviously just fall straight through it due to them not being able to stand on it. So it basically sends vibration to the skulk, spawning them here, dropping them down into the water, pushing them into this, which entity crams them, which then obviously collects their items within this chest. I'm actually surprised this still works. I really thought they would have patched it in some way, but obviously not. So that is good to know. Okay, so how long have... I think that is actually where I'm going to end the stream. Due to, I want to sort out tomorrow's video. Hey, if you place a nether fortress in the nether, will it spawn blazes outside of the spawners as natural blazes? Yeah, it should do. It should do. There's an ad again. Let's quickly just get that. And I will go try that before we end. Let's go and try that in this world. This world I don't really care about ruining. Why am I typing nether? I want obsidian. Obsidian and flint and steel. There we go. So let's quickly just build a portal. There we go. Let's go through. Let me quickly just do that. Yeah, we're not going to end just yet. Let me quickly just try this. So let's spawn it right here, I guess. What is it? It's place, feature, structure, and then fortress. Wardens can also have spawners in creative mode. Yeah, you can put pretty much any mob that has a spawn egg into a spawner. I hear a blaze, but I don't... It's up here. Okay, it's these blazes right here. Let's quickly just grab a sword and kill these ones, just so we these don't fly out and we get confused with them. Die. Let's also break that spawner real quick. Right, so let's see. I hear more blazes, but that could just be... Oh, no, actually, I don't think mobs will spawn with me being in spectator mode, will they? So let's not be in spectator mode. It don't seem like any mobs are spawning, which is weird, because it's inside of a Soul Sand Valley. So maybe not. I don't know. I am not actually seeing any... There's another blaze spawner right there, which spawned 3 blazes before I broke it. Yeah, I'm not seeing any, what they called, wither skeletons either. I'm not even hearing any in subtitles. So I don't think so. I think if they spawn within the bounding box of the structure, it will not spawn the entity. But if the entities are spawned upon generation, then it will spawn the entity. So for example, pillagers are spawned like continuously around a pillager outpost. So changing where you put a pillager outpost won't have pillagers spawning there. Same thing with guardians. Same thing with guardians. What else? Like I'm guessing elder guardians would probably spawn within a ocean monument because they're set every ocean monument. Maybe it's a bug. Yeah, it's obviously something to do with bounding boxes. But maybe it's a bug, and maybe it might be changed in a future snapshot or update. We would have to just wait and see, I guess. Because it might just be a bug where it's not adding the bounding boxes of the structure, or it might be intentional and they might not have intent to add it. Elder Guardians don't spawn. Yeah, they don't respawn. So if you actually, like, spawned a... What's it called? A monument. The failed to place structure. Is that because we're in a nether? If you actually placed a... what's it called? A monument. You will have guardians. No, you will have elder guardians, but you won't have normal guardians. Due to guardians obviously respawn, elder guardians do not. I don't... Why is it failing to place this? Is it due to the lack of water? Maybe. Let's locate an ocean. Locate ocean. Would help if we located the biome. I wish they'd changed this as well, the locate command, to maybe do it so it's locate and then like the actual place one does. So it's place and then you can choose between feature, jigsaw, or structure. I wish the locate one would be locate and then you can choose between structure or biome. I think that would be a lot better than the locate and locate biome command being 2 separate things. But anyway, so let's now quickly locate ocean. Warden hitbox is the same as the Enderman. Is it really? I did not know that. It's 1 block by almost 3 blocks, the Wardens. If you set world to peaceful, then only guardians will respawn. If you set world to peaceful, then only guardians will respawn. Guardians spawn in peaceful. I did not know that. I thought they were classed as a hostile mob. If you do subscribe, but I appreciate that, Gabrielle. I think I said your name right. I do apologize if I said it wrong. Can we place the monument here? Aha, we can. So it was just the lack of ocean. So going through, this structure, there should be no guardians, but there should be, yeah, as you can see, the Elder Guardians are here. For the simple fact is, these are obviously here upon world generation. Guardians are not. Guardians are respawning around the bounding box. Elder Guardians don't. So, how the actual... why is there Netherite armor there? Oh, it's not Netherite armor. There must have been a shipwreck or something. So let's just quickly clarify how the locate biome command, or locate, no. Let's clarify how the placed commands work. There's some structures that you need certain... once you sell it back to anything other than peaceful, Guardians won't. That's the reason for that is Elder Guardians are placed there upon the structure being generated. They're exactly like Woodland Mansions. Pillagers, nope. Vindicators and Evokers are placed there upon the actual structure being generated within the world. So no matter what you do, no more Vindicators or Evokers will spawn within that Woodland Mansion. And that's basically the same with the Elder Guardians. Now, as for the Guardians, they're like Pillagers in Pillager Outpost. They'll continuously spawn as long as their requirements are met. Obviously, Pillagers need, I think, like grass or sand and a certain light level. Guardians need, obviously, a water source to spawn. What are the main changes? The main changes are Allay tweaks to make the Allay a bit better at pathfinding to players and stuff like that. The Warden's Shriek attack got a new texture, which I can quickly just show you it. And apart from that, there isn't really nothing. We also did get a new command, which allows us to place structures, which you can actually place like pretty much every structure in the game to where you are standing or near where you're standing. If you're, I don't know, if it's like an ancient city, it will still spawn it at Bedrock or like Deep Slate layer. You will not be able to have an ancient city at sea level. And it's the same. So if we can summon it, okay. So it seems like some structures do have to still have their set requirements, as the Ocean Monument still needed water. The actual desert pyramid is failing to summon or spawn. I'm guessing that's because the lack of sand or sand-based blocks. Maybe if I go over here, it might spawn. So it seems like some structures still have set requirements. Yeah, as you can see, because there's now sand or sandstone, it spawned. So there are still some requirements, but a lot of them don't have requirements, like the actual end city that can spawn pretty much anywhere. So can, it seems, Nether fortresses. You can place a stronghold in Nether. I don't know. You can place a village in the end. You can also place a Pillager Outpost in the end. They're ones I've tried. And how they actually spawn a structure. It spawns the structure with all chests that the structure has. So if the structure like this actually pyramid, it has all chests in there. It has the pressure plate, it has the TNT, and it has the loot within the chests. It also spawns entities if they are a part of the structure upon world generation, like Elder Guardians or Pillagers, not Pillagers, Evokers and Vindicators in Woodland Mansions, Allays inside of Outpost or Mansion. They're there, or they're spawned upon the world being generated, so they will be spawned within the structure. But if you have like a Pillager Outpost, it won't continuously spawn pillagers around it. I don't know if that's a bug or if that's intentional. We might see that changed in the future, we might not. But yeah, you can pretty much summon structures anywhere now. Some of them still have requirements. As you can see, I couldn't summon the actual outpost over there. Yeah, let's try and place the slash. No, we want to get obsidian and flint steel, which we have. Let's try and spawn a stronghold in a nether. You can actually put a fortress, nether fortress in the overworld. That's something we've done. So let's see if I do. My guess is probably not, due to strongholds spawn based around stone. But we can try. Okay, it has. Let's just quickly see. Has it? Yes, there you go. You can actually see the stronghold has generated in the end, in the nether. And if you see, we are in the Crimson Forest, so we are definitely within the nether. It's a bit quirky in the way it's generated. Like, as you can see, a lot of the walls are missing. Yeah, there are some walls missing. There are some walls that are a bit weird. But the portal room is here, as you can see. And obviously the end portal's here with the spawner. And the spawner seems to be active. So yeah, it does work. It's a pretty cool command. But I think, obviously, there are some quirks with it. Like, some walls are missing. But I think that's mainly because these walls would have probably been stone if you was in the overworld. And that's why they're missing. So, in the overworld, it probably would have been, I don't know, something like that. Or something. Yeah, it probably would have been something like that. I don't know. Imagine made out of nether bricks. That would be cool. I think that would actually be really cool. And maybe that, maybe this room, instead of having the end portal here, it could have, I don't know, like a, nether-based mobs. Maybe it can have like a nether variant of the silverfish. Oh, and you can also generate a mine shaft in the nether. Once again, we can try. Let's fly a bit away just so it don't collide. There's a nether fortress there. Let's fly a bit away from that just so they don't collide. Let's try. Ancient City, Bastion. Buried Treasure, End City, Fortress, Igloo, Pyramid, Mansion, Mineshaft. Yep, it seems to have spawned it. But... okay, it has. But as you can see, once again, there is quirkiness to it. It's spawned it a bit all over the place, which is obviously how mineshafts are. But I wouldn't recommend doing this, for the simple fact is it will probably lag out your game quite a bit because of lava. If lava obviously catches the fire, then there's going to be quite a lot of fire. But yes, it is possible to have a stronghold in the nether. It is also possible to have a mine shaft in the nether. Any other structures that we can quickly test inside of the nether. We've tried Ancient City. Ancient City don't work. Due to that being spawned below 0. Desert Pyramid I don't think would work. Okay, that has worked apparently. Where is it though? Where is that Desert Pyramid? It said it spawned it. Okay, it spawned it on Bedrock. That's weird. But it spawned it, I guess. And has it broken the Bedrock? It has. It's destroyed the Bedrock to obviously spawn the structure, which is cool. And obviously the loot is in there as well. Yeah, you can't place ancient cities due to them actually being placed below 0. So they are placed like all the way down here. It don't actually place it due to blocks can't be placed down that low. I can show you. We did do it at the beginning of the street or near the beginning. But as you can see, it says it generated it. But as you can see, if I fly around, there's nothing here. It's not actually spawned it. We can obviously try once again looking around. There's nothing here. If we fly up, there's nothing here. So it says it spawns it, but it don't actually, due to it being spawned below where you can build. It basically spawns it, and then the world thinks, okay, you can't place blocks there, so don't place the blocks. So you can place Desert Pyramid, you can place, what else? Let's quickly just try a few others. Igloo, let's try an Igloo, why not? Igloo, I'm guessing, would be on Bedrock layer as well. Yep, there you go. As you can see, there is now an igloo in the Nether on Bedrock. Once again, let's try Jungle Pyramid, Woodland Mansion. Now, okay, it's actually spawned a Woodland Mansion in the Nether. That's actually quite cool, I guess. And as you can see, there are obviously the Vindicators, and if we go up a few layers, there are the Evokers. And obviously, if there's an Allay cage within this, there will also be Allays, which there is, because I can hear them in subtitles right here. Where are they, though? Let's have them yearn again. Are they in here? Nope, that's not. Here they are. As you can see, there's one Allay in there, one Allay in there, and two Allays in there, and then also two Allays in there. So as long as the actual mob is placed with the structure's world gen, then okay, there's actually two Allay rooms right next to each other. One right here, and also one right here. So this is like, what? There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12. That's 12, 13, 14. That's 14 Allays. Oh my god, there's even more. There's 3 Allay rooms. There's one right there, one right there, one right there. There's 4 Allay rooms. Is that 4? There's an Allay room right there. There's an Allay room right there. This isn't an Allay room. Okay, there's 3 Allay rooms. That's a lot of Allays. Welcome to the stream, Tony. And also welcome... Noak. I think I said that wrong. I do apologize if I did. But welcome to the stream as well. So yeah, it's basically, there's not much within this snapshot. It's mainly, once again, probably just like final polish changes. But in this, I don't know. I didn't even know that was possible. I thought there was like a maximum amount of rooms a outpost could have, but apparently not. Let's actually do one thing. Effect. Give. Why is that? Okay, it's because we're inside the Nether. We want to do Allay. Type. We can see actually how many Allays. Allay. And we can do it. Let's just do it glowing. So let's do glowing 1-1. There are 23 Allays within inside this Woodland Mansion. I don't know if that's possible. I'm guessing it would be. Otherwise, it wouldn't have summoned it. So I'm guessing it is possible. There is like possibility to have this many Allays. Because this is obviously only summoning the structures that would spawn naturally in Minecraft. No. They haven't said anything about the atmosphere, or they haven't said anything about fireflies either. So what are we doing? We're messing around with the new place structure command at the moment. We're currently just placing structures inside of the Nether, which we have currently found that a Woodland Mansion can have apparently 23 Allays. As you can see, they are all now glowing. So there's a few right here, and then there's even more over here. You would be very lucky to find this mansion. You would have enough Allays to basically build all the farms you want. So it's apparently possible to find 23 Allays in one mansion, which I didn't know. I thought there was like a limit to, I don't know, like 12 or something. But apparently not. And there's also a chicken. Not an actual chicken, a wall chicken. But it's a chicken. So let's see, once again, let's mess around with the command a little bit more. I don't know, let's try and spawn. Does a monument spawn? I think that'll be, yep, no. So monuments require water. Outpost does spawn. Ruined portals obviously spawn. Shipwreck? Okay, a shipwreck will spawn. They don't require water, but I guess that's understandable. Because some of them can actually be on land. and then you've obviously got beached. So it seems like pretty much every... Let's have a snowy village. Oh, a villager's dying. And just like that, we have a complete village on the nether roof. And apparently it's snowy inside of the hottest dimension in Minecraft. Makes sense. I think Mojang should really do a Nether Caves and Cliffs update. That Nether would be more higher in like the overworld. That would be cool. I think it would just cause way too much problems for performance. But the simple fact is, in the Nether, there's a lot of lava and lava flowing ticks that have to be calculated. So it'd probably cause quite a few problems loading chunks and having even more lava have to flow. So they could obviously change that and make it so less lava spawns or something. And then obviously it probably would work. But I think they went complete out on caves and cliffs in the overworld. They almost... it was, for a long time, very unplayable for most people. It still is for some. One time when I spawned in my world, I see a floating shipwreck in the air. Yeah, there's a bug, I think mainly on Bedrock Edition, where shipwrecks can spawn half in the ocean, half in the air. Bedrock has quite a lot of quirky spawning in air bugs with structures and features and stuff like that. I think it's mainly since like structure, the overworld got moved down. The game probably thinks it's spawning it in the right place, although it's not. Wardens can't be spawned at max height by the Shrieker. Wait, there's water? Oh yeah, I didn't actually notice that. There's water in the Nether by this structure. So there's a way to get water in the Nether. I didn't actually notice that. And also in the crop fields, there is also water. There's water in the Nether, something you'll never see. But obviously, there is ways to get water in the Nether, obviously in creative mode, which obviously you have to have access to either commands, cheats, or creative to have this. So, when Mojang make an end update in Minecraft, here I'm pretty sure they would do the end more higher than the overworld. If they've done an end update, I think they need to make the end islands a bit more random and less circular. A lot of end islands are circular. I think maybe having some that are more like unique would be really cool. And apparently there's glitched grass. This happens when the game don't know if it's when like a snow layer spawns on top of it, and then the snow layer, that's what I meant. When the snow layer melts, the game glitches out and it just does the grey texture, which they said they had fixed. They said they fixed that, but obviously not. There's another way to create water in the Nether. /full. Yeah, you can do /set block water. There's quite a few ways to set water in the Nether. Obviously within creative mode or cheats. That shipwreck was in the air, like actually in the air, no water or anything. Oh, really? Okay, that's weird. Maybe the Flying Dutchman got hold of it and took it for a fly. But anyway, guys, I think that is where I'm going to end this stream, as we've covered basically everything within this snapshot. It's quite a small-ish one. Without the place feature command, it would have been pretty much just bug fixes and changes. Did I say place feature command? I meant place feature /structure command. But yeah, it's basically a small snapshot. I think they are definitely coming to the end of the update cycle now, and they're just polishing it. I'll be very surprised if we see anything new within snapshots now. We might see like the odd, maybe 1 or 2 things that they normally add towards the end of these cycles. We obviously saw it in 1.18 with a music disc. It's normally just like the last final things they throw in last minute that maybe they planned to add or they didn't think, I don't know. So we might see a few little things here and there, but I think mainly it's now just bug fixing it and making it stable and playable. What an amazing stream. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. I definitely did. It was fun to mess around with the place structure command. That was very fun to mess around with. One thing I do quickly want to do before I do end is quickly just check advancements, because there is... Let's turn that down in a second just so you're not all deafened. We'll cover the advancements in a second. I don't know if there's any new ones. That's what I'm checking, because they don't mention advancements in the patch notes for some weird reason. But yeah, you can actually, if you do place, I don't know how to work this command, but you can do place Jigsaw, and then you can pick a part of a structure. So for example, Ancient City Center, you can then it will only spawn the center of it, but I don't know how to work it. You then need to do like some values, target, max depth, and position. I don't know what like you have to enter for them for it to work. If I do 1, 1, and then my coordinates, it says failed to generate it. It also says that in the overworld. So I don't know like what you have to put in them, but it is possible. Obviously people will know how to work this command. I sadly don't, so I can't really show it off. You can also do skulk, and once again it asks for the max depth, position, and stuff, and I don't know how to work that, so sadly I can't show that off. Maybe I'll show it off in a video sometime towards the end of this week or next week if I manage to get it working. So let's quickly, before we end, look to see if there's any new advancements. None in there. Is there any new ones here? There isn't. None new there. And finally, there are no new advancements in that tab. Okay, so no new advancements in this snapshot either. I think where the water generates now in the Nether, when you spawn a village in the Nether, I think that would be cool glitch in Minecraft. Yeah, obviously you have to once again have access to creative mode or cheats to do this. You can't do it in survival mode, due to obviously it being a command. But it's obviously a way to get water in the Nether, and it's also ways just to build like unique maps, adventure maps, or I don't know, horror maps or Christmas themed maps. I don't know. It's just a way to build like maps in general, because you can now just place like a woodland mansion in the end or a woodland mansion in the Nether. But anyway, I am going to end that stream now because I do want to go and sort tomorrow's video out. Thank you to everyone who tuned in. Once again, this stream we saw quite a few new names in chat, which is always good. And the channel's doing quite well lately. I think we reached 1,400 subs yesterday, I think it was, which is insane. We only reached 1k at the beginning of this year. So let's see how far we can get by the end of 2022. It'd be insane if we can reach 2k. So thank you to everyone who tuned into the live stream, and I guess I will see you guys in a video tomorrow. And also thank you, Tony, for being in chat and moderating it. So I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video or another live stream next week. Bye.